Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 47th Annual AIA Las Vegas High School Design Awards, recognizing and celebrating the design achievements of talented young students from Clark County high schools. Just a word to the AIA members who are part of our virtual audience. These young people are those, and those like them across the country, are the future of architecture profession. Watch them carefully and get to know them. They could be the star architects and designers of your firm very soon. Tonight's program is hosted by our AIA Las Vegas Education Outreach Committee, chaired by John Torpy, AIA, with the Design Awards program being chaired and managed by Ryan Sissy, Associate AIA. Tonight we'll be providing $3,500 in cash awards to exceptional students from 5 Clark County high schools. In the past 47 years, this program has recognized many students who have gone on to further their education in architecture at UNLV as well as other schools, complete their NCARB Architectural Experience Program, study for and pass the strenuous architectural registration exam, and become licensed and practice their talents and profession right here in Las Vegas. Tonight, we will hear from a few of those architects who were once young hopefuls attending drafting classes and who submitted their projects in this program and now who are licensed practicing architects and firm principals right here in our community. And of course, we will announce the recipients of this year's awards. But first, let me give thanks to the sponsors who made this program possible. Our thanks goes to our visionary sponsors. They are KNIT Studios, Nevada Sales Agency, the Penta Building Group, and Clyde Juba Wald, as well as our platinum sponsors, Harris Consulting Engineers, TJK Consulting Engineers, Bergman Walls and Associates, and Grand Canyon Development Partners. We would be remiss if we did not thank our individual meeting sponsors, which individually contributed towards the awards that the students tonight will receive. They are Marnell Architecture, D. Simone Consulting Engineers, Tandem Interiors, Simpson Coulter Studio, Nevada Sales Agency, Mosier Architecture Studio, Clyde Juba Wald Architecture and Interiors, Bergman Walls and Associates, Aptus, Carpenter Sellers Zagato Architecture, EV&A, John Cly, John Sparer, Builders United, Polar Shades, John Torpy, ATA Architecture, and Dana Cooper. And now I'd like to introduce John Torpy, AIA, who is the chair of the Education Outreach Committee. John, would you like to say a few words about this committee's work this year?
Thank you, James. The Education Outreach Committee's purpose is to introduce the concept of architectural design in the professional field of architecture to students in the elementary, middle, and high schools in Clark County. The volunteers are AIA members who are able to share their experiences towards becoming architects. We introduce the concept of what design is and how buildings affect our daily lives. The level of information shared and the examples given to these students are adjusted to their age. Despite the challenges that COVID-19 restrictions placed on CCSD and in-person meetings, we were able to successfully complete several activities utilizing Google Meets. We were pleased to see that there was a high level of enthusiasm and interest by the students in these programs. We look forward to planning next year's students' activities. We have reached out to teachers with the plan of attending career day events at their schools and tailored class presentations of the career path it takes to become an architect, followed with a question and answer session. With the help of CCSD coordinators and contact information of teachers, we have been able to provide a number of these presentations this year. We invite you to join with this committee to help us reach out to students throughout Clark County to introduce them to what architecture is and how it can change their lives. The examples of student participation and interest in architecture is evident in the entries to this year's High School Design Awards. The Education Outreach Committee is pleased to host this year's High School Design Awards.
Thank you, John. And now I'd like to introduce Daniel Ortega. Daniel is the director of the UNLV School of Architecture, where many of our high school students have started their architectural studies. Daniel, can you tell us a little bit about the School of Architecture?
I was muted there. Thank you, John, for that introduction. Thank you. As John said, my name is Daniel Ortega. I am the interim director for the UNLV School of Architecture. Let me please start by saying congratulations to all of those who are going to be honored with an award tonight. We look forward to having you visit us at the School of Architecture, perhaps join us in the fall or whenever your graduation time might allow. It's very special for me to invite you to the School of Architecture and for me to ask you to consider doing your architectural studies here, because not only am I a faculty member and the current director, but I'm also a graduate of the UNLV School of Architecture. So this place is very special to me. It's very near and dear to my heart. So I'd like to invite all of the students and all the parents of those students who are going to be joining us and who may be interested in joining us in the future to please come on in and make a visit. We're going to be back in full office open in person July 1. So anytime after that, we'd love to have you with us. But for now, I will turn it over to Tristan Osorio so he can give you all a little bit more of a student perspective of the School of Architecture.
Thank you, Daniel. So I am the AIS president of the UNLV chapter at the School of Architecture there. So the AIS chapter is the American Institute of Architecture Students, and this is just the student version of the AIA. And there's a lot of services that the AIS chapter offers to students at the School of Architecture. There's a lot of community building, relationship building, and there's also a lot of professional involvement as well. We place a high value on integrating our students with architects in the profession. And this is a great way to transition from high school to college to the profession. And it's been a great experience and a great honor to serve as the president so far this year. And I look forward to hopefully seeing some of you guys tour the school as we do offer shadowing events as well for high school students. And I hope that you guys can come to the school and we'll show you around, and hopefully this can be your home too. So thank you.
Thank you, Tristan. And it's always exciting to see the involvement from AIAS with the AIA chapter. And as Tristan now has gotten to join on our board and sit on meetings now, he gets to see what it's like to be involved with AIA. So thank you, Tristan. And now moving on, one of our earliest award winners from our High School Design Awards was Wade Simpson, AIA. Wade, if you don't mind telling us what year did you win your award, which school were you going to, and what are you doing now?
You bet, James. Thanks for inviting me tonight to share in this presentation, but so I'm definitely not the earliest winner, but 1980, I was a sophomore at Valley High School, and this is the only photo I could find. When I wasn't playing basketball, I was at the drawing board and having a lot of fun there. Actually, after I won it, my principal was down in the right-hand corner there. Richard Brown had me design a house for him. Back then, it was the Nevada Association of Home Builders that ran the competition. And one thing I remember about my design, the sustainable way to design back in the 1979, 1980, the R value in a wall was R12. So just think about that, where today minimum code is R19. Anyways, yeah, so thanks for letting me join tonight, and congratulate all you guys. I'm a principal at Simpson Coulter Studio. Myself and Sean Coulter are the partners, and we do a lot of community type projects and love to be involved in this program every year. So thank you and congratulations to the winners.
Thank you so much, Wade. You really have come a long way. You've contributed a lot to Las Vegas, both through your work and your firm. So thank you. We appreciate it. So
thank you.
Next up, we have Brandon Sprague, AIA, who is a principal of Aptus Architecture. He was a high school design award recipient back in 1984. Tell us what school you went to as well, and a little bit about your work now.
Thank you. Glad to be with everybody. Here's my award. I still can't believe I have it, from 1983 and 84. But I went to Chaparral High School. Very proud of that. Go Cowboys. And so I'm principal of Aptus. We're in our 18th year. We have an office in downtown Vegas and another one in Chicago. We're a smaller studio of 10 people. And we do a little bit of everything from public to hospitality, and try to make our community better with everything we do. And it's glad to be with everybody. We were a big supporter of this. It's great for the younger people. It was great for me when I did it. And architecture is a beautiful profession. You get to learn, you get to meet wonderful people. Everything's interesting. Every day you're learning. It's kind of an old person's sport. And it's that balance between being creative and detailed and collaborating with really talented people. So it's a great profession, and keep going. It's wonderful.
Thank you, Brandon. It's great to see you still have your award and found that again. So, and again, of course, your experience in this town and your work as well shows great inspiration for all these students. So, next up, we have Brian Henley, AIA, who is now a registered architect with one of the top architecture firms in the country, KGA Architecture. Brian, tell us a little bit about your journey from high school to licensure.
Thank you, James. So today I am a partner and director of design here at KGA. We're a 40-person firm with offices in Las Vegas and Austin. But I started as a student at ATEC, participating in the Design Awards program in 2001 and 2002. And it was a really important thing in the early times of my career. Really meant a lot to me to be able to explore what design can be and have the opportunity to start doing that at a young age, which sort of helped me to be able to get into USC and go to school, and also to get an internship here at KGA, where I've been very fortunate to work with some great people and had the opportunity to go to start out as an intern and come back full-time after I graduated college, and got all of my experience here working towards licensure, which I achieved in 2012. Really important moment in your career that you should all look forward to. And then ultimately continuing on to work with a great team and work on all kinds of different projects. And really, I would just encourage you all to appreciate the opportunity of these high school design awards. Continue on to college. Take what you've learned with you, make the most of it, and really enjoy these years of being creative and exploring what design can be all about.
Thank you, Brian. Those are some great points, and I remember that same time of getting licensure and what it was to kind of get over that hurdle and finally be able to call yourself an architect, and what excitement that is. So, thank you. Now I'd like everyone to introduce Logan Ziegler. He's a graduate of Advanced Technologies Academy, who won his recognition in 2010. He's also now a lead designer at Blue Heron Homes, one of the most prestigious and successful firms in the country, and actually designed my house too. Logan?
James, thank you for the introduction. So I went to school at ATEC with Mr. Knoppel, who's still there, teaching all our lovely students at ATEC. And it was such a wonderful experience going to ATEC and participating in the AIA Design Awards, because it gave a really early exposure to the life of a project, which helped me in school. It helped me to get my first job, which led me to working at Blue Heron 10 years ago. And since then, I went to undergrad and got my master's degree at UNLV, and I've been able to gain a lot of experience designing very unique custom homes here in the Valley and abroad. And I took a little bit different path and kind of built my career a little bit, but I'm very happy to be almost done with my AIA exams. I'll be licensed, I expect, this June. So, really enjoy the program and very happy to see AIA continuing the legacy and giving students an opportunity. And congratulations to all the winners this evening.
Thank you, Logan. Thanks for sharing your story as well. And thank you everyone for sharing those introductions and stories and really letting our students know how they can follow their desires and their dreams to become an architect and build a better world. So with that, now I'm pleased to present Ryan Sissy, Associate AIA and the Chair of the High School Design Awards, to announce the recipients of this year's award.
Thank you, James. This year's program was a reboot of last year's, the Vegas Sports Hub. Students were to design a community and recreation center as a part of a larger sports and recreation complex in Summerlin on a site due east of the Las Vegas Ballpark and City National Arena. As part of their design and in alignment with the American Institute of Architects strategic plan, students were to design with the AIA's Framework for Design Excellence, and to include a certain amount of those measures in their solution. So as you can probably gather from the word reboot, the challenges of the past year proved to be a little bit too great, causing us to put last year's competition on a brief hiatus. This year wasn't too much different, except that all of us had become slightly more adept at navigating a virtual world. We worked closely with some of the participating instructors to discuss logistics, like how to maximize student participation in remote and hybrid learning models, how to offer mentorship if desired, how to submit, and even how to work around available software and hardware complications. We also had to reevaluate how to review and judge the submissions and to figure out how to share all the wonderful work with you all tonight. It wasn't without a tiny bit of pain and suffering and ingenuity on the students and instructors' parts, but we made it work and had close to 90 participants this year. So while the competition typically is split between a group submission for the master plan and individual submissions for the drafting or visual arts portions, this year a student had the opportunity to choose any or all of these as their individual entry. I hope you've all had the opportunity to visit the site to take a look around and see what's been done. I'd like to thank the jurors who reviewed all of the submittals and made the selection of the award recipients. The judges this year were Yser Renteria from Gensler, Los Angeles, and also past chair of the high school design competition, Anthony Yu and Brenda Tenna from Marnell, Hung Tran from Gensler, Las Vegas, Patrick Castellano from UNLV, Aaron Kalma from Cunningham Group, and myself. The High School Design Awards would not be possible without the support provided by the instructors at each of the high schools. The instructor plays a key role since they must see the benefits as well as the fun of this program and generate interest and enthusiasm in their students. And we really sincerely appreciate the efforts and continued support of the instructors. So I'd like to offer sincere thanks to Rich Knopel from Advanced Technologies Academy, Rob Holt-Preder from Faith Lutheran High School, Rosemary Czar from Southeast CTA, and Steve Orenchek from Northwest CTA. And we'd like to give each of the instructors present about a minute to talk about their experiences navigating this year's competition. So Rich, if you're on, would you like to share anything?
I'm on. Out of the 25 years that I've participated in this was by far the most difficult. But I really want to give you a shout out, Ryan, for being really cognizant of my push for empathy and the fact that every student needs to have the ability to participate on a level playing field. And so you're taking the time to actually make the contest more flexible this year, I think did that. And I think it's really apparent in the number of entries that you received. But everybody talks about all the things that kids didn't get to do this year. And I think that there's a lot of things that they did get to do. And so someday when all these students walk into your class, into your firms, they'll be phenomenal communicators. They'll know how to send emails. They'll know how to participate in an appropriate way in a video conference. They most definitely know how to PDF and compile things, and they most definitely know how to use cloud technologies. And so I really appreciate everything that AIA has done this year to make this possible. And thank you so much for the opportunity to speak, Ryan.
Absolutely, thank you. Yeah, and this wasn't meant as a place for, kudos for myself, but no, I definitely appreciate all of the help and assistance and patience that you and everyone else had this year. I'm not sure if Rob is on the line, but Rosemary, would you like to say anything?
Hi there. I come from a different background. I'm a cabinet maker. This competition is a challenge for me because it pushes me to push the kids into areas we don't know. I would like to say thank you to AIAS, because Jan helped our class tremendously. Unlike Richard, I've only been doing this 5 years, so I don't have any of my ex-students working for architectural firms, right? I don't. And any of the older ones who graduated from Vo-Tech, I don't know who they are. So we're always coming from the backside trying to figure it out. My students do pretty good. Their ability to go, okay, Zara's going to be minimal help. How do we dig into this is really the cool thing. And I am so glad that AIA gives them this opportunity. I know the students I have at UNLV, they keep sending me their applications to the college, and they keep sending me the things they're doing. So I know this is the right path for those students who want to be architects. So thank you for being so supportive and helping my students.
Thank you so much. And yeah, we are just love the fact that, year after year, you're coming back after just 5 years of being, at SECTA. So it's great. Steve, would you like to add anything?
Oh, yes. I'd just like to say thank you for allowing us to participate this year. And like Rich was saying, it was really difficult. A lot of hand sketches going on, a lot of grid paper and pencil and drafting without tools when we could get them. And, typically we have use of Revit and things like that, but this year was a little challenging, and I appreciate the flexibility and allowing the students to turn in their sketches and AutoCAD files and PDFs and PowerPoints and everything that you allowed them to turn in. So I'd just like to say thanks again for the opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I'm sure if everyone has had the opportunity to go on to the Google Drive site and take a look through the submissions and everything like that, you'll see that a lot of them look a little bit different this year. But I think it was great. I mentioned the word ingenuity previously, so I think that the effort that everyone had put into this to try to make this as normal as possible and work within their own capabilities was pretty great. So there were 4 schools and 65 submissions in this year's award program, and we are awarding $3,500 in cash awards. The certificates of achievement and the awards will be mailed to each of the instructors. We'll begin with the citation awards. So the citation awards recognize a student in each school who has shown creative thinking in their project. This year, we are recognizing 4 students that are deserving of this award. Each one will receive a $225 award. From ATech, we'd like to congratulate Mia Rakita. From Northwest CTA, Evan Downs. From Faith Lutheran High School, Ari Servant. And from Southeast CTA, Rexor Egdepa. So congratulations to our citation winners. The visual arts portion of the competition encourages a student to explore a solution to the design challenge in a unique way. And so a special visual arts award of $350 is presented to Naries Lee from Southeast CTA. The Honorable Mention Award is presented to students whose work is worthy of recognition. And the Honorable Mention Award in the amount of $500 goes to Haley Ann Seavey from ATech. The Merit Award is presented to a student who has shown great potential in their project. This year, the award of $750 goes to Karina Kim from Faith Lutheran High School. And the honor award, there we go, there's the project. And the honor award goes to the one student who has shown exceptional talent and creative thought in the solution to the project. And the honor award winner this year is Tixel May Beccuello from ATEC. So congratulations to all of our award recipients and best wishes for your continued success in architecture and design.
Thank you, Ryan. This really has been an exciting and encouraging evening. All of these winners and all of the other participants, all of the projects were presented today on AIA's website. So if you want to go see more, we have those up there for everyone. So congratulations to the winners and to everyone who really participated this year. I'd like to now share a special announcement regarding a new scholarship for high school students. At this time, I'd like to ask Mel Green, AIA, and Chair of our Justice, Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Committee, to speak a little bit about this exciting news.
Thank you, James. Hello, everyone. My name is Mel Green. I'm principal at KME Architects. The AIA Nevada chapter has established a diversity scholarship that is especially for high school students who are interested in architecture and design. The scholarship is called the BIPOC Scholarship because it is geared for high school students who are Black, Indigenous, and student of color for the purpose of assisting these students to explore their design talents and assist with learning more about the architecture profession. I am so proud and so impressed with the award winners here tonight. The deadline for the scholarship is closed for 2021. However, I encourage students to apply for the scholarship next year. And also, I would like to encourage AIA members to contribute to the scholarship so that the amount can be increased for 2022. The purpose of the JEDI Committee is to advance and promote justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion in the profession and in our community. As chairman of the committee, my goal is to take our purpose one step further, to seek to establish a pipeline for underprivileged and underserved students interested in architecture at the junior high and high school level. We are in the process of working on a fundraiser for sometime in late September 2021 in conjunction with the City of Las Vegas and Max Star Urban Arts Foundation. We'll be reaching out to the architectural community for your support. We want to bring a hip hop architecture program to Las Vegas. And the last item on my list is that we have produced some wonderful promotional videos for our JEDI committee about our pipeline program. We are a couple of weeks away from our AIA Facebook and social media launch. So stay tuned, everybody. Back to you, James.
Thank you, Mel. You and all the other committee members on the JEDI committee have been doing incredible work this year, and very proud of what you've accomplished so far just in the start of it for 2021. So with this brings us actually to our close. Yeah. With this, it brings us to our close of our event this evening. I really want to thank everyone who participated throughout the course of the High School Design Awards program, as well as tonight's event. I'd also like to thank the instructors who are in attendance with us tonight. Thank you for your words, and thank you for everything that you did as well throughout this event. Once again, congratulations to all the award recipients, and from the Las Vegas architectural community, we look forward to you continuing your studies and can't wait to see you working amongst us. Thank you, everyone, and have a good evening.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.